How are you guys? Welcome to this video. I hope you're fine. And today we are going to detail a beam B1. This is the beam that we are going to detail in Archicad 25. So without wasting time, let's do it. Oh, by the way, there was a change that I did to this analysis that I did. I used 250 to 300 by 300 in columns, and in beams I used 300 by 450, but later I came and changed the size. For now I'm using 200 by 450 columns, and beams I'm using 200 by 600. So that is the change that I did on the during my calculations, and I think that is the best. But you can also use, this is according to your structure that you're doing. So for now, let's continue by detailing the B1. So by doing that, let's first select the grid lines, and we will use these grid lines to detail that section. So let's Control Shift D so that we can copy the grid lines, and we are going to put it down here. So the next thing, we will draw a line. So just select a line tool, and we will find a point on a grid. Just find a point and draw it to the last end. This is where it will be the center of our section, and then what we are going to do, we will use this line and copy to use it as the bar lines and other lines that we need in that section. So what I did is I came up and did my own calculations, whereby I considered the deflections and slope, and also I did the calculations of area of the steels, and I used the both hand calculations, and later I confirmed them on the Excel. And here are the calculations. You can see the moments, the deflections, and so forth. So guys, what we are going to do, we have to first understand how the beam it is, and so that we can start our process. So we can see in the 3D what we are going to design is this beam, which is 200 by 600. So that means what we are going to do, if this line is the center point of our section, that means we have 300 on the top and 300 down one. So we are going to copy this line and so take it 300 on top, then I'll just proceed again 300 down. Now these are the covers of that section. So next we are going to draw a line that will also show the cover of the column. So we're going to draw first a line on the center, then of the line. So the column, you can see on the 3D, the column we went and changed it. So when we cut it on this end, we are going to see 200. When you cut it at that end, we will see 200, 100 on this other side and 100 on the other side. So here we are going to move it at 100 distance. So at 100, on the other side also 100. So this is the column section. So next thing, I think we are going to now put the bars. So we will start first. You just look at the calculations. We first have the tension force at the tension reinforcement at the top. So we will put the reinforcement at the top. So by copying this line on the cover, we are going to move it by 30 because that is the cover we are using. So this reinforcement will span 1/4. That means it's a quarter of the span. So let me open the calculator. The span is 3000. So divide by 4, 750. So let's put it at 800 so that we can avoid some changes. So from here we're going to cut it at 700. So what we are going to do, just have a line and then Control Shift D. So this line we are going to move it at 800, and here is where our reinforcement will end. So we are not going to cut it right now because we can use it somewhere. So but here is where our reinforcement will end on the compression zone. So we are going to remove the excess lines, and by doing that we have to understand what we are doing first. So for this reinforcement, that is this line, will come and hook on this line. So just select the two lines by selecting and control and shift, then select the line and use the tool here that is called fleet, and we are going to use 300 diameter. We are going to use 300 millimeter radius, and we will create our fleet at this edge. And we are going also to do on this other end, we have this reinforcement here. I'm selecting this one and also do the same with it. And there we have the hooks. We keep removing the excess because we don't have any additional column that will go up here's the end, so we are going to delete. By doing that, we'll just control and select the line that you want to delete, and it will be out. You don't need these excess lines. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, just remove some excess. I think also this one is an excess one. So you're going to leave it at there. And also we have this line, so let's first create another line by Control Shift D, and remember this will be just the junctions, so there's no need of cut off all of it. So what you have to do is take it at another, so let's put it at 10 because they'll be just intersecting at this point. So they'll be intersecting that area.